like, guys.
I don't think we've ever had. Are we live yet?
We are live.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gentlemen's Club Podcast. Episode 42. Produce. I am your boy, Cardell, reporting live from the Gentlemen's Club basement. Sitting next to me is a strange creature.
Her name
is Gang.
Oh, wow.
We could bleep that out.
I feel like you're in danger by giving your full government.
I didn't give my social security number.
That's true. Over there in the back.
Hi, guys. It's me, Zach.
Gang. How's everybody doing? It's been like 72 hours.
At least.
Since I've seen you. I'm sorry. Does that... You get to live a luxurious life back there, man.
I love it.
All right, I respect it.
So for everybody, this is your favorite part of the podcast is when I promote shit. Thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. I'm muting you. Thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. We always enjoy the support that you guys have given us. Please like, subscribe, share the videos on YouTube, Gentlemen's Club Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Gentlemen's Club Pod. We post clips, videos, just, whatever we can to keep you guys engaged. If you have any questions as far as like asking a gentleman, please send those directly to Amanda. What is your IG handle, Amanda?
Oh my gosh, you guys are going to do this to me again. Let me look this up real
We should have
quick.
prepped you for this, and I thought about it.
I'm about to look it up.
In the meantime, if you have any other question, comments, or concerns for the podcast, you can send them directly to my dear friend Ashton here, whose Twitter handle escapes me, or Instagram handle escapes me.
Unofficial _ Cardell.
There we go.
I'm going to try to see if I can find something to make that easy.
I have to change mine again. I just haven't decided what yet. And Amanda, are you ready for me now?
Yeah, guys, I actually changed mine because I said the wrong thing on the pod, so I edited it to make it the correct one that I said on the pod. So it's Amanda _CARI 91.
That is creativity.
What are some other things that you've been seeing on Instagram? You said something that had me cracking up. It was kind of funny.
Yes, so I saw on someone's story, like I said, she was fire, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
I saw like a filter it looks like a FaceTime call, and it says the streets. So it's the streets are calling her name. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a like really fire filter that
I'm not mad at it.
The streets are calling.
And here's the thing. I wouldn't have been mad at it if I didn't see it so much.
Yeah.
But that led me to a certain thing of just like, what's the difference when you're in a relationship and the streets are calling, or when you're in the streets and you're walking past all of those nice, warm houses, and you just like, I want that.
Oh my gosh. Well, we were just talking about what is the streets. That's a metaphor for...
Technically, it's Instagram DMs.
Yes.
That's like 75% of it.
I would say is a metaphor for making yourself available.
Yes, basically. In the streets, it's like I'm available. I'm looking, I'm searching.
I'm out here.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Told many of my friends it's time to get out of the street.
That was your slogan for a long time. Still your slogan for a long time.
Depending on the person. I will not tell somebody that they need to get out of the streets if the streets are for them.
Okay. So you tailor it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's how you move through the streets.
And that is what got me out of the streets.
If you're playing on the white dotted line, you're going to get smacked by
I'm about to write some of these things down that we say. These are like bangers. It's how you move through the streets.
Sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, what are you doing?
You're not wrong.
I do that. Yeah, I do that every day.
But has that ever happened to either of you guys where you're either quote unquote in the streets and you're looking at nice houses and you want to be warm, or when you're in the house and you're watching everybody outside have a good time playing in the street?
The only thing I could say, when I'm in a relationship, I'm happy in that relationship, but I will say that sometimes not that I want to be in the streets like for other guys, but it's sometimes I think when you're in a relationship, it does limit, like I got to move differently out in public so that
you go to the driveway.
You got to be respectful.
Yeah. So like,
so you go to the driveway? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I just go to the driveway and walk back.
Cold sack.
that little roundabout.
Right. This is all I can do with you guys. I'm going back in.
Because I think it does limit you in some ways because like if I want to connect, not in that way, but I think it's hard because like maybe you don't have as many friends or you don't go out as much and you kind of miss opportunities. But not I would never say that I wasn't like I was seeking
right
these struts.
Okay.
You know, but I was definitely like I feel like I'm missing opportunities sometimes because I'm in the warmth and
right.
you know.
Right. That's real. That's real.
Yeah. What
Zach,
about you?
Zach, what you got, man?
After nearly 5 years of being in the streets, I came to the realization that I'm a relationship guy.
Really? That's kind of funny.
That shit was not for me.
Okay.
So being in a relationship, being cooped up in the house, like I'm cool with it. Like if I want to hang out with my friends, I invite them over, and
right.
we still have a good time.
That's true.
Like when I would go out, like clubbing and all that other stuff, it never was because of women anyway. So I never felt like I was missing out. When I'm hanging out with my friends, no matter where the setting is, that's what I'm there for. I'm there to hang out with my friends.
Okay.
So I don't feel like I need to do the club hopping, the bars and other shit. Like honestly, it just saves me money at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel that too. I 100% feel that.
My only thing is I completely resonate with this filter, right? My only thing is I try to find that balance in that. Like I like going to the end of the driveway. I like taking a walk through the cul-de-sac. But if I definitely want
hitting the trail.
Yeah. But if I want to respect my relationship, like sometimes I like to whatever's going out in the street and I'm at the end of the driveway, it's like, let's turn this to a house party.
Yeah.
Metaphorically speaking. Like whatever y'all doing, bring it over here. Let me vicariously live through you guys.
For sure.
That's something that works out for me.
I will say though, I've never really been in a situation where like, you know, cuffing season, is that old? I don't know if that's old slang.
You know
It's
what?
old slang. It's still a thing.
Okay.
It's still a thing. It's going out.
Because I'm like, for me, I'm like,
COVID fucked it up.
I like,
Cuffing season was the whole year.
That's real.
yeah,
That's very
you're
real.
right.
You're not lying.
And so many babies were made.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think like for me, it's like, it has to be the right person. I know people who just want to be like in a relationship to be in a warm house, or to be comforting,
Yeah.
or to be comforted,
Yeah,
comforted.
during that time, like that's when like seasonal depression is a thing.
Yeah.
It's cold, it gets dark early, and my bed is cold.
But my thing is that I gotta have the right person because that bed is cold if that man is in there too. If he's not the right person for you.
Oh wow.
So I don't.
I saw what you did.
It's an extra level of stress that you don't need in your life.
I just. Yeah, it's nothing worse than like I can't just be. I don't know how people go from relationship to relationship because, like I said, either I'm too much or I don't know.
Right.
I can't do it. Like I don't know how you stand a person like that. You know what I mean?
It's a dopamine spike. It's a whole lot of different things we can go into.
I can't get people to. You know what I mean?
I don't know what that just meant.
I didn't know what it meant. Please explain.
No, I just mean that it's hard to get in a relationship. I feel like. For me, so maybe I was like, I can't get people to cuff me. Essentially, that was the. I'm sorry.
We got it.
No,
Well, it was like an inappropriate. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. You're being honest. You're being vulnerable.
Yeah.
That shit is funny because a lot of times people don't want to say those things specifically.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's also standards and all those things. I could find some idiot to cuff me, but I don't want an idiot.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That's
it's standard because I'm sure if you opened your DMs tomorrow,
Right. And one thing you notice about those people who are always in relationships is they're always in relationships. Like,
Yeah.
you're never staying in one single.
I will say this: you should take some time to be single.
Absolutely.
If you're a
Absolutely.
relationship person, you should take some time to be single.
Yeah.
You'll find out a lot about yourself.
Oh, for sure.
And like I said, maybe you're the common denominator in what's being the negative things in your relationship.
Very true.
Not speaking from personal experiences, but yeah, I agree.
Of course not. Yo. So, all right. I might or might not turn this into a segment. It'll be randomly occurring. But there's funny things that my son says, right?
I love this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, listen. All right, so I'm gonna read the text message that I just got from my son's mother. Shout out to her, love her. Gang.
She gets a bomb for me.
She does. She's an awesome person. So I'm gonna give my half, right? Okay. So it says, Dom just explained us as foods. Are you ready to hear what you are?
You have to get the anybody ready.
No.
This is so cute. This is adorable.
No, but check it out. I was like, all right, let's go. She's like, you're a potato. Firm during business meetings. His words like the pod.
Oh, my ovaries. Oh.
Let me
Did she say firm or did he say firm?
No, these are his words. She's giving verbatim what he said. He said, you're firm during business meetings, quote unquote, like the pod. Because whenever we talk about, hey, what's your schedule? Hey, you were there.
Yo, so cute.
You were there.
Don't call me firm.
I know he means like serious.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I respect it.
And also the potato. I was like, man, if you call me a potato, I'm like, do I need to lose weight? Like,
it sounded offensive at first, but he has a complete breakdown. He was like, firm during business meetings like the pod. And he said, or you can be soft like mashed
potato.
Oh, you mashed, bro.
Yeah. Smashed potatoes.
That's adorable.
That used to be a nickname. I won't share what hers is. She wouldn't be happy about it.
Off air.
He came at her?
Off air. Okay, sometimes it got to be off air. It's okay. Right. I apologize in advance. You're never going to know.
Right. Anyway, what else were we talking about, man? Is anybody going to lead? Anybody want to start this off?
Yeah, I was like, well, we have our Ask a Gentleman.
That's true. We do have our Ask a Gentleman segment.
Oh, but we could do that after. I can do that last.
Segment. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Can we get a round of applause for that? So support. Thank you.
It'd probably be better if I was facing the board while we're doing this, but I like looking at you guys while you're talking.
I understand. You might have to just make some adjustments. You do what you got to do.
We can push that towards the end if you want.
No, fuck it. We here.
Okay.
The Ask a Gentleman. Yeah. The Ask a Gentleman segment is kind of, why aren't men consistent?
Mm-hmm. This is a question that I had because I think a lot of people feel that way, but it's also right. You were saying upstairs like how you guys are wired, or maybe is it accountability? Who knows?
I guess you. I have to ask the question of consistent in what, because there's levels to consistency and what your expectations are and how men are wired.
So here's a big thing for me. When you're trying to get me, you are complimenting me. You are really trying. You're texting me all the time. You're calling me all the time. And then as soon as you get me, whatever that means, that means maybe an intimate situation or you're in a relationship with me or whatever the case is.
Right.
Suddenly you don't know how to compliment. That's not who I am. You know how it goes. I'm not wired that way. So my thing is that you guys know how to do it when you're trying to get a woman.
Who hurt you?
She's not wrong.
Okay, but this is I'm obviously
detailed example.
No, you're not wrong.
I'm using exact quotes, but also I think
I'm not wired that way. It's crazy.
That's my line.
Yeah, I used your line. That wasn't some of the. They've said things like that.
No,
though,
keep saying that. I need that to be like standard.
I think, and then I always, like I said, I think I've had a lot of conversations with women about this exact topic of like you were doing that in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now that you're comfortable, it's like you still have to do that.
That is true.
Gentlemen,
go ahead.
It's me, Zach. Hi, guys. You have to stop doing this. You have to stop over promising in the beginning of the relationship.
Stop overextending yourself in the beginning.
Because you're giving 150%, which a lot of people think is impossible, but it is possible.
Right.
It leads to burnout.
Yep.
You give 150% in the beginning because you are trying to seal the deal. And once you seal the deal, you cruise it down to about a good 70.
Facts.
That's an 80% difference if we're talking math here, guys. That's a lot.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
And she notices.
You're not wrong.
And I felt that. Like, I feel that 80%.
I know dudes that, like, in the first 2-3 months, it's like, yo, it's vacations all over the place. It's like, bruh, you make $14 an hour.
Yeah. You're doing a lot for what's going on.
And I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's like,
you can't.
You were saving that money for a little bit.
And to me, that's not genuine because I'm thinking this is how it's going to be.
a lot of people want to put their best representative forward. They do want to make a lasting impression. So let's also factor that in. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
Some guys definitely finesse this whole, I'm gonna treat you like this, and this to make a short, easy shortcut to whatever it is that I'm personally looking for. But there are other things where some people are just excited and they want to just give you everything that they have in that moment, and sometimes that leads to them setting a standard that they cannot follow up with consistently.
But also on the flip side, when you are in the courting stage of a relationship, people are going to put their absolute best foot forward.
Of course.
And sometimes that is not. Most of the time, it's not sustainable.
It's not. That's you at your best.
People aren't honest with themselves, let alone anyone else. So it's not always that it was intended.
It's just
to be that way, but it's like, hey, I really like you and I'm going to do everything I can to show you. But now that I have you, really doing all that stuff that it took to get you is exhausting for me.
Right.
But I was like, for me, it's like 2 years down the line, I'm still doing a lot of stuff that I was doing in the beginning.
True. And
what are you doing? Everything?
No, of course not. I mean, of course, I'm like I'm sure I was being like super kind and super nice and all those things at the beginning. But I'm saying what I mean is like the consistency with my actions. I think are like for instance, like I'm mentioning complimenting or dressing. I don't know. I'm trying to imagine like what it would be, but complimenting is a huge one for me. Or like putting an effort forward, calling me, texting me consistently, those kind of things.
What are your love languages? Do you know?
Yeah, Like, what do I want?
No, what are your specific love languages?
I think gifts is one of mine. Like, I love giving gifts.
Okay. You like giving gifts? Okay.
Well, giving gifts. Well, what you're asking me what I would like to receive or what I like?
Yeah, I was about to say the love languages are giving and receiving.
I like
there's sets.
So giving. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Sure.
But what I like to receive is quality time.
Okay.
I like quality time, and I would say words of affirmation for sure. But
I was definitely going to point out words.
Yeah. But I mean, quality time to me too is like just like undivided time, undivided attention.
Okay.
Like, don't look on your phone.
Put the phone down.
Yeah.
Put that shit on silent.
That's just me though. That's just me. But I also give I'm also like overly affectionate too, like with compliments and things like that.
Can we
too much probably?
Do you guys feel like when it comes to what you're doing in a relationship, can that be subjective? Like, if I think me always paying attention to how you feel, being supportive, words of affirmation all the time and whatnot, that could be my best standard that I can give you at all times, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But for you, it could feel differently. It could feel like, oh, that was cool, but I still I still want more out of this. Like, do you guys think that ever factors into it? Like,
100%.
Yeah, and I think, and for me too, with my maturity, like I had to learn love languages and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like, I mean, when I have looked over my relationships, I realized that some people were giving me things that I was overlooking.
Wow.
You weren't receiving their love language.
Yeah, I wasn't receiving it.
And that takes a lot.
I feel like that needs just a little bit more.
It needs to breathe?
No, it just needs a setup, a bomb, a clap, or something. I know I'm super late with these, I always call it, but that was just really big. All right, cool. That was really big, though. Sometimes people, the person that you're with or that you love or that loves you or cares about you, sometimes they are genuinely putting in a lot of good effort. And because that might not be what you want or what you value at that time, you could overlook that. Okay,
so absolutely. That's absolutely true. But I think in the beginning of a relationship, it'd be nice to know what your love languages are so that I can know if I'm compatible with you.
People don't vet well. People do not figure out who they're actually compatible with. People go off of their feelings and emotions of when they meet somebody. Yeah. And then 2 years later down the line, after your best representatives have taken a seat, they've been standing forever, then you actually get to figure out who this person is on a everyday, regular basis. And then you start to find out it's like, we're not as compatible.
And
as
also most men don't know their love language. Just
Yeah.
That's true. Fellas, get in tune with yourself, man. Figure out what's going on with you.
And I also want to say I do empathize with men because I do think that they're doing what they've been told to do.
True.
Like the way to get a girl is to do all of these things, A, B,
buy her
and C.
flowers,
Yeah.
candy, open the door for all that stuff.
Yeah, so you're taught that thing, and it's like, and again, that's great.
Right.
That's great, but it's like I do understand, I do empathize with that. It's like that's what your expectation is. So if you don't do this, maybe I'm not interested.
Right.
But I think I don't know. For me, it's just I've met a lot of people who I'm just like, you were like this in the beginning, so don't tell me you can't do it, because you can try and make an effort.
I've heard that a billion times over. Let me say this. There is a different kind of energy that comes through a man. I'm only speaking for men. When you really like that girl, when you guys are really connected, when you're still on that dopamine spike of finding new love, there is a different energy in that person. So it's a power up. You're doing a whole bunch of different things that when you've had a long, rough day, without that feeling there, you wouldn't have that fire in you to try to go out of your way to do that. Real life happens.
Can I build on that?
Yes.
So this is probably, and this isn't all instances, and I'm not shooting bail for most of the men that this does not apply to, and you will know if this applies to your partner. I have so much shit going on the outside that when I come home and I come to you, I just need comfort. I don't have the energy to give you 110% today because the world has drained me.
Sure.
And I'm just looking for comfort. I'm looking for comfort from my partner because I'm trying to do X, Y, Z out here for what we got going on. And unfortunately, sometimes it comes off as you're not interested in a relationship. I'm not saying that it is right, but sometimes that is what is going on. I'm busting my ass outside. So inside, I need as much comfortability as possible.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means that I'm not giving the relationship everything that it needs to have.
I think there needs to be a good balance when it comes to that. Recognizing and thinking thinking about not just what you need in the moment, but if you're constantly thinking about your partner and they're doing the same thing, you have this infinity loop of reciprocation.
Yeah.
Sure. So, and I realize it's not always easy to do that. Sometimes that person's going to be operating at 50%, you're operating at 80%, and then you're upset that they're not giving you that same energy.
For sure.
You know what I mean? There needs to be balance in that.
It needs to be communication.
It's effort too. It's effort because, like you mentioned, like of course, like when I get home, I want to sit on the couch. Like I want to, unwind and find comfort. But there are needs that need to be met. That's the same thing. Like again, and I can argue that a lot of men say, "Oh, well, we don't have sex enough," and it's like, well, that goes along with that comfort thing. Is like maybe a woman doesn't. And again, I'm generalizing because there's plenty of women who want to do this.
No, that's fair.
But I'm saying like there's a lot of men who I hear that where it's like, I need this from you. So the same thing was like, I feel like a lot of women express that they need those reassurance.
There needs to be a balance. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm tired and I know my day is rough, like coming home, sometimes doing something that I know that my girl definitely does not want to do. You know what I mean? I could do that for her. I'm taking care of laundry, dinner, whatever the case may be. Whatever your specialty is, that's not an issue. You can do that. And then in return, she could also do something that, or help with, or be there in a way that's not so draining to her. And that sounds like, damn, that sounds like a lot of work. It fucking is.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It is.
Relationships at work.
And guess what? The more compatible, communicative, and as long as you have those right elements, it makes your relationship easier.
Yeah.
So vet your people the right way. Figure out if this person genuinely is for you. Take your time, get to know who the fuck they are before you just fall in love with them and roll off the feelings.
Sure.
Like that changes a lot of shit.
People try to make things work that it's so difficult to not make things work.
I can't even lie.
I do it. Yeah.
I love that shit. It's fun. It's exciting to take this one person that you would never expect to ever be with and actually genuinely appreciate who they are to their core, and then finding a way that you could fit into making life with them better. That can be.
Y'all better get to know somebody before you get serious with them.
I strongly agree with that. I'm just saying that there's another side of that.
It is fun.
This is fucking fun. I don't skydive all the time, but this is great.
But
I love skydiving with you. We get on the ground. When we get on the ground, fam, I don't even like how you walk on the ground. Like, the fuck are you doing?
But the way you dove,
it was crazy. You float in the air like an angel. I love you.
Yeah.
Like, it happens.
And that's the hard thing, is that sustainable. But I think I will say this, that from a person, I agree with you completely, from a person who needs a little drama in their life. And again, I know I say this, but I like the tension sometimes.
I love this shit.
start a fight because you bored.
Yeah.
I'm that one. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm getting in the car.
I don't know. For me, it's like I said, I came from an environment like that, and I know that doesn't make it okay, but
right.
I definitely came from a tension environment. So it's like that's something in my nature, kind of.
That's crazy. We need all.
I promise you.
But it's not good. It's not good.
If you start a fight with me, for the sake of starting a fight, I'm getting in the car. I'll be back.
Yeah, but I'm leaving. I'm not with the shit.
I know people. Yeah, I was like, that's a testament to my life. Yeah, people do that. But I think I don't know. Maybe I am being toxic in this moment. But I think there is a level of like.
You are such a great fit for this podcast.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I say too much.
No, we love it.
No, this is great.
And the fans love it.
Oh, all right, real quick. We have to revisit this one segment. Funny thing my son says, right? All right, so I shared this online, but I wanted to revisit this because I was thinking of it. But it was like, okay, so I get a text message, right? It's like, the first thing your child tells me today when he gets back in the car is, Mom, I was thinking, if you watch Jaws in reverse, it's kind of a heartwarming movie about a kind shark giving limbs back to community of cripples.
I want to be his friend.
He has an interesting mind,
bro, and I love it.
And I know that we've had this conversation about you bringing him over here and all this stuff. But then, like, he's an older child, and then he was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
He can express himself and be like, no.
I've literally been in the room where he's like, yeah, no, Dad, I don't want to get with you.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd rather play video games.
I share my feelings, man. But it's real, man. Shout out to Dominic. I love you, son.
Oh, does he watch?
He does. When I let him know it's appropriate.
Oh, okay. So none of the time.
Very few episodes.
Yeah, very few.
That's so creative. Like, that's really creative.
That was funny, man.
He's going to be something, though, with that in mind.
Love him to death. I just wanted to share that with you guys,
That's
man.
hilarious.
You guys may find it funny, you may not. I'm a parent. I mean, it's going to happen. But,
yeah. Okay, so I will lead. How about that, Ash?
okay.
How about that?
All right. Oh, shit. Go ahead.
So we...
Wait, what?
No, one more topic. Go ahead.
Oh, okay,
cool.
So we are talking upstairs again, where all the great conversations go.
The pre-production pod.
Yeah, pre-production.
Sure.
And we were talking about space and relationship, and I think that could mean like a lot of things. But you were expressing how, and I'll admit this because you guys love it apparently, that I'm a little needy, and I know that. So
no, we just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I'm a little needy, so I know that. So. And again, I'm not trying to gender this because I know, but I definitely try not to reach out to men because I know that I don't want to be too much. So I let them do it. So that means sometimes like I won't text them first, I won't call them. And again, mind you, I'm saying this is my perspective. Women, you do not have to take that advice at all.
You should definitely take that
because
advice.
No, it's not good. It's not good.
Okay,
it's not good because I definitely understand that you want to reciprocate.
You're suppressing your feelings and suppressing who you are.
Yeah. Oh. Thank you. That is true.
Yes. So as much as you are vetting a male companion when you are, in that stage, the opposite is happening. So you not texting first, you not calling first, it sends a signal to me that maybe I'm bothering her, maybe she's not that interested. I'm gonna cool off.
That's very true.
Let me see if she texts me first one day.
Yeah.
And then you don't.
Oh no, I do that.
And then
I play that game.
And then a few days go by.
I play that game.
And then it's like, damn, maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe she wasn't really feeling me.
That's true.
And then you move forward, and now your thinking is like,
right,
what happened to him?
Right.
Yeah, and we were talking about this because a lot of the information that women get is that if he likes you, he'll call. If he likes you, he'll text you. And I know that is problematic information.
That is extremely problematic.
It's very problematic.
This shit is a two-way street.
Yeah, of course.
But I always treat it as such.
Honestly, Ashton, that would like hit home when you said you're suppressing yourself, you're suppressing your feelings. And maybe that even is giving them the reins to do whatever they feel.
That is very true. I do have to speak healthily about that. Like, I made a joke, but at the same point in time, none of that stuff is healthy. Communication and comprehension, it's 1A, 1B. If you're expressing to me how you are, then I know that about you, then I can make a conscious decision to continue to deal with you.
And Steve Harvey said that, so again, we should just avoid it at all costs.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
Realistically, if you have to suppress who you are in the beginning stages of a relationship, what does that tell you about what the relationship is going to lead to?
Exactly.
How long do you have to suppress yourself? How much of yourself do you have to not be in front of that person for it to be happy? True. Are you going to be happy?
Yep.
I feel like you guys are my therapist, and that's accurate. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but all right. So here, Zach, can I ask you what is space for you specifically?
It's podcast.
Oh, it's fire. It's up. It's up. Give me a bomb, nigga. That shit fire.
Please explain.
No, you ain't lying. You real.
Due to COVID, I have not had as much time to hang out with my friends as I would generally like, but I do hang out with my friends.
Right. I'm in this motherfucker all the time, dog.
Yeah, no, Ashton's here on like non-recording days all the time, actually. But I just a moment to be able to get my thoughts off with my friends without feeling the judgment of my significant other. Not necessarily that I'm doing anything, salacious or disrespecting my relationship,
right?
But just to be able to step away. And there's some other things that have been going on. I'm actually in like a really good mental space because of the time that I have actually had of recent.
Wow.
But without that, you just get crowded.
Yeah.
And I think it's also like taking something that like you can bring that to your relationship. Be like, look what I did today. Like, you know what I mean? It's a good conversation.
Because of the space that I currently have, she loves me. And I will let her explain why when we get upstairs.
No, that's
because you have something to talk about. You have something to bring to the table.
I'm extremely big on this. I went from I'm a conversationalist. I can talk to you about absolutely anything and nothing all at the same time, and we can have an hour conversation about it. Mm-hmm. But when you are dealing with somebody day in and day out and talking to them day in and day out, and eventually those conversations start to wear thin, and then one person is carrying the conversation or the other person is. But I don't want to talk to you all day, every day about nothing, because guess what? When I get home or when I make plans to see you, we don't have shit to fucking talk about because I told you everything minute to minute, day by day that happened in my day.
If we're in the courting stage and we go out to dinner and there is like a 10-minute period where no words are exchanged, I'm not coming back.
It's tough, bro. That is a tough situation to be in. And I realize, ladies, that you guys love us, man. I realize that you guys are able to tap in depths and levels of love that we are only amateurs and dwarfs in. I swear I understand this. But I don't get a chance to miss you if I'm talking to you from the fucking time that I wake up and you're the last thing I see or the last thing that I talk to from the time that I go to bed. And there's no space in between that for me to miss you or for you to miss me.
And I was like, honestly, like I said, I'm learning this too, because I agree with you completely. Like, I think for me, like I said, I could be around this person 24 hours, 7 days a week if I really, really like you. It doesn't mean I should, but I could. But
thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
No, I should not. I agree with you completely. Like, it's a healthy.
It's only room for me in my skin, fam.
But I think
don't ask me to move over.
Wouldn't it be nice? It would be nice too. And again, not that someone should have to cater to you, but Destiny shot. Okay. But no one should have to cater to you. But I think it would be nice to be like, look, I love you, but I need some space.
All things in moderation.
Yeah, I need some space. I need to do things that are on my own. And I think that's healthy because I know couples who only hang out with each other, and right now it's good because they might be in this really like, you know, good phase, but in the long run,
this is like that China set that is leaning against a glass cabinet door, and you know as soon as you open it,
it's gonna shatter.
It's gonna fucking shatter.
The initial lockdown when COVID started, it ruined a lot of relationships.
Some of y'all woke up. Now
what I'm stuck with.
Now y'all got to make some changes. Now you got to start doing what's best for you. Oh no, that woke that woke some people up for sure.
And a lot of people got engaged as well.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
It's like it was one extreme or the other. You're either like, I was locked in the house with this person
and I hate
we
you.
just fell in so much more love.
Or, you know, okay, I can tolerate your behavior. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Because if you're stuck in a house, you either say, like I said, you either say, hey, I cannot stand you. Leave me alone. I'm going to kill you. Or I can do this.
Or we're dividing the house up.
Right. Or to be rude with you, sometimes that's when people were able to find out, oh, there's some issues here that I've been avoiding.
Yeah.
I just tried to avoid the segment. I'll be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
It was just, let's not get pregnant again. Like he just came out.
You're right. Yeah.
That's what he was.
Let's just chill. I get it. That's respectable.
Yeah. What else is there to do? You know?
It's rough, man.
That was never mind.
But yeah, I think that it was definitely it was a wake up call for a lot of people. But is there anything else do you feel like you can add to the things that women go through when it comes to just the communication, the sharing every single moment?
Why do we do it? Or
is it because you have this vast ocean of love that we cannot get away from? I
feel like you're being sarcastic, but I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of women who like don't need space as well, but for me personally,
where are you?
It depends on if you're an extrovert or introvert as well. I think
that's true. I completely agree with that.
You're trying to trigger me. What are you doing?
I think for me, it's like I said, it's an insecurity, it's a reassurance for me.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I always want you to want me.
That's a song.
That's
got to be a song.
It is a song.
Okay, cool.
I always want you to want me, and that is, again, that's something that I have to love myself, right, and all those things.
Right.
But I think I'll always be like that in a certain way because I do got so much love to give.
Of course, last gentle piece of advice: if he's showing up and he's pulling up, just let good be good. Don't improve upon it. You don't need to do more. Just if he's comfortable where he's at, just kind of talk to him about it.
Communication, please.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to him about it before you start doing certain things that are putting the pressure on and changing things. Let him
and subtly introduce him to
very true
the love.
Hey, is this okay with you? Am I invading your space? And vice versa. It goes vice versa.
Yeah, I know, but I want I want to be in your skin.
How you said that was crazy. How you said that
I want to be in your skin, though.
I feel you, man.
Again, this is very general, and this is just me because I'm that kind of person with my friends and everything. I never want you to go home. Like, I want to talk to you all night.
Listen,
you know,
this is a vulnerable.
There's a threshold.
Yeah.
This is a vulnerable space for men and now women.
And if you know me, I'm looking at my watch like more and more, and it's like, I'm still here.
It's real. It's very real.
I have work in the morning.
Yeah. Oh man, I said
gotta get up
I know.
early.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm an extreme extrovert as well. So I want to point that out because not all women are extroverts. Not all women feel that way. But I'm an extreme extrovert. So I get energy from other people.
Gang. This has been another episode of the Gentlemen's Club Podcast. Oh, it was a remix. Oh, yeah, the remix. It was like,
I gotta talk to him about this.
I know you thought about it. She practiced.
Did I do it better?
It might have been better. We'll check the footages.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Peace out.